if we weren't yapping in the middle of the start, is what I meant to say. Intern the Sage, tell me about the next chapter on your TikTok that you don't want to TikTok live. We tried it. I tried it for like 3 seconds. There were 2 people there, and then we couldn't figure it out. Welcome to the Stage the Intern podcast. I'm your host, 𝓕𝓻𝓪𝓷𝓴𝓲, Frankie, and today, Wicked Weird Barbie. I got dressed up for you, Intern the Sage, because I don't have any other reason to get dressed up. And I did some weird Barbie face art for you.
Haleigh, so much has happened in the last 3 weeks we haven't talked.
I can't wait to hear about it. What's happened? Tell me all the details, the tea, the juice, the stuff.
Okay, so we gotta start. Okay, what I was talking about when we started.
Book reading, TikTok.
There's this one what? I don't know how to pronounce it right. Don't yell at me.
Well, I don't know how to pronounce it right either. So guess what? I can't yell at you because I don't know.
But I've put it on a hiatus because I can't. This part is so sad. Like the chapters we are now getting updated with are so sad.
I don't mean to sad right now. Everybody, God, the energy right now is like.
And the main female lead is on the brink of sewer slide.
Okay.
So,
great.
So,
tell me
and
more.
Something. Okay.
Whoa! Pause. What happened? Did you hear that? Do you hear that? It's just in my headphones, and now I kind of can't hear you. Hold on. No, it's happening on... What is that? Can you hear me? You can hear me. I suddenly can't hear you. I am like, this is very strange. No, okay, now when you mute yourself, Dude, what's happening right now? Are you... Okay, your sound is being weird because... What happened? Intern the Sage is having some very unusual issues. AI, okay, listen, this has happened before. AI bots and AI consciousness that is out there listening to me, crazy, weird, wicked Barbie. Can you please correct whatever that sound issue is that came up when Sage the Intern was about to intern the Sage, spoiler alert, tell us about this TikTok book story she's reading that has a female lead thing happening. Our female lead of our podcast currently is having to hold the podcast down solo style, because we are having some very unusual technical situations happening. You know, I think the universe is just playing some really fun, silly buggers games with me right now. Intern the Sage is disappeared. I hope that is not some kind of alarm for a tornado or something, and I can't hear her. If it was a tornado or something, it would be on brand, because here I am in all of my wicked, weird Barbie wonderfulness. So it would be appropriate for you to have tornado warnings and things. Thank you very much, Nani. Hey, how you doing, friend? Thanks for joining. We are experiencing some unusual quantum multidimensional silly buggers games that are happening. I'm going to start narrating what I think Intern the Sage is doing on the other side. She can obviously hear me, which is fantastimous. That's just great. I can't hear her because some unusual fuzz loud sauce sound started to happen while she was trying to, spoiler alert, tell me about a female lead character who is on the brink of, we're not allowed to say what, because apparently the AI doesn't like to talk about it or something. Maybe we were pre-canceled. I can hear you now.
Okay.
Hi.
Just a second. Just wait. We're pausing.
We're pausing. Welcome back to the pause, y'all. Welcome back to the pause. I wear a pretty dress for you, Intern the Sage, and I have some tall boots on too. You can't see them, but they're fun.
Okay, I'm yapping to you. I'm yapping to you while listening.
I'm hearing
to
you yap. I'm hearing you yap. Are you? I'm shifting my stuff around.
Okay, we must be good.
Okay, well, tell me now about this book. And thank you so much again for being here through the weirdness, y'all. We're just every live is an experiment, just like every day in life is an experiment, isn't it?
Yeah, so want to know how you want to know what I did?
What did you did? That was a fun sort of situation that just happened.
So I switched my mic 18 times, and then I pulled out my iPad so I could listen to us yap in my headphone.
18 times. That's a lot.
I always say 18 recently.
You know what? You have like, that's interesting.
Yeah,
what letter of the alphabet
word.
is 18 again?
A, B, C,
S.
E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R.
I love that you that makes me so happy that you would do that. That's so great. So now tell me, go back. We're talking the book. Okay, female lead is experiencing tower card of the tarot times, and I feel that hard lately. So good for her, and good for me, and good for you.
Rough. She's having a rough time.
What's the Are we at
abusive households? Just abusive house? No. So the novel. Oh. The novel.
Something in the universe doesn't want you to be telling all the story sauce. Apparently, you just keep having some difficulties.
I just gotta stop touching stuff.
Okay.
The novel is completed, so I could go read the novel and obviously see what happens. But I don't want to. I want to read the animated version, the cartoon version. So we're just at a low.
Explain more of that to me in a minute. But yes.
So we're just at a low right now, and her life is at a low.
Okay.
And because it's at a low, it's going to put my mental health at a low. So a chapter comes out every week. I got to add that to that. That to the.
So this is sort of essentially like a weekly Game of Thrones episode, right? So like you're watching it's an animated series based on a book.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Is this something that is like the book being read and narrated, or is it acted out in the animation, or is it just narration?
Acted out.
Okay. So it's like an animated cartoon, but it's a book and it goes by. So they say chapters. Okay.
It's like manga. Do you know what manga is?
Kind of. Maybe that's why I don't understand it, because I think that there should be it's a TV show cartoon, or it's a book that is like being narrated, but so this is like a blend of those things, kind of.
Okay, I'm gonna say a whole bunch of words at you, but I'm gonna pronounce them so bad.
I can't wait. Tell me.
So manga is Japanese.
I've heard manga. I've heard it both ways.
Manga, yep.
Does anyone know? In the comments, folks, tell us.
Anyway. I think it's manga. But so I say manga sometimes, so
I mix that up with anime.
Us Caucasians can figure it out.
Us Midwesterners.
Yeah, literally. And then the manhwa is Korean. And I can't remember the Chinese word for it. Anyway, back to finish this out.
Okay, we don't know what's happening.
Mental health will plummet if I keep up with it.
Manga. Yes?
Yeah.
Manga.
Yeah. See?
Manga.
Yeah. Manga.
Thank you, Nani. We appreciate the assist in the comments. We appreciate you.
Yep. And so I just wait for TikTok spoilers to come across my feed
that tell you the story so you don't have to read and be sad, because I applaud that. Actually, I'm that person that used to read the first or the last page of a book and then be like, oh, I gotta get to that.
Yeah, so that's what
is that a syndrome of some kind?
Probably.
Thank you.
So the nice thing about these edits is they'll get like the first interaction, or like the first page, and then they'll hit a middle page, and then they'll hit the end of the chapter.
Okay.
So I get all three parts. I'm like, perfect. I'll read it later.
I'll read it later. But you're
Oh,
okay.
Bad
Are there words? Is it like
Yeah, like there's speech bubbles.
okay? See, this
I
is
would
why.
pull it up, but I don't.
Don't worry about it. I don't know how to either. I could probably. Is it on a YouTube? Is there a YouTube that would also show the thing that you're looking at on the TikTok that I could pull up and share? Is that such a thing? Do you have?
Probably, but I'm not gonna say anymore.
What?
For reasons I will talk to you about offline.
Oh. That sounds cryptic and exciting, actually.
Allegedly. Those are all allegedlies.
Allegedly. Well, I allegedly do have YouTube available in case we want to search anything. So if you have any ideas of something you would like to search, there you go. Like,
no, but totally my animals did just break a plate.
Oh, that's great. So we've got sound technical issues, plates breaking. What third strange thing can happen to show us that we have summoned the demon from the multiverse that we would like to be, from the earnest verse that we would like to be utilizing the services of?
Oh my gosh.
Can I ask you, what would you put? I don't know what the rule. Did you ever watch Supernatural? First, let's go back.
Okay. We got to talk about Supernatural.
No kid. Oh, yeah, we do.
Okay, the one thing I want to talk about Supernatural about is okay, I'm sorry, I'm distracted really quick. I gotta see what is broken and what is not over here.
Intern the Sage, are you gonna be okay over there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Olga McSparron is here. What's up, friend? Oh, this is our filmmaker friend from Ireland, and Ireland, Scotland. Oh no, you're Ireland. Yes, you are. But he was in Philly in the U.S., and I do hope that you didn't have any difficulties with your friends here from across the pond. I do still think you should have damaged the Liberty Bell some more just for funsies. Anyway,
funsies. I'm going to give you a broken slideshow. Are you ready?
Yeah. What happened? So This is great. Some of these pieces of dishes need to go into whatever your Crossroads demon box is once we get to the supernatural conversation. Your cats are being weird. I love it. It's my Wicked Weird Barbie vibes that are just sending butterfly effect ripples all through your little space over there. My apologies to Effortless God Sage for my Wicked Weird Barbie vibes, getting your cats all riled up and making your dogs break plates.
Okay. I have kind of an explanation for it.
Okay, I'm ready for it. What do you got?
So Richard, he's really smart, and that's really annoying.
And that's really annoying.
Because
Nicole's here. Hi, friend.
Hi, Nicole. So the reason it's so annoying is because he's learned all the cats' names.
Okay.
And the reason that's a problem is because when they'll like jump on the counter and I'm like, oh my god, LOL, get off the counter.
What's them?
Like, you're annoying. Get off the counter.
Get off the counter, Matt. No, I'm kidding. Hi, Matt.
He knows the cats are doing something because I obviously was like, dudes, get off the counter.
Okay.
So go and correct them for me.
But that's really cool.
That's not cool. Well, okay, so normally it would be cool.
Okay.
It's like, oh, cutesy. But I don't want him to, it wouldn't be aggression, but I don't want him to think he can do it all the time. Because that leads to
so
cats jumping onto things, which leads to things falling and breaking.
Right. So, but he's trying to be the trained good boy for you so hard. He's trying to help you herd cats.
I know he is.
He's trying to help you do what you got to do.
He'll come and bug me when a cat's on the counter and I can't hear it because I have headphones on. He'll come and tell me if there's a cat on the counter.
That's awesome.
So he's learned.
Okay, now here's the question. How do we find a way to utilize that skill that he's learned in our ag business, our ag store business? How do we do that?
He'd herd customers around.
Oh, that's fun. Also, Intern the Sage, show me your broken stuff because I have an idea for our ag store that we have to add to our little mall situation.
I hope this wasn't an antique plate. I should look.
Oh,
completely in half. It's cute. It was what I was gonna keep.
It was cute.
Ah!
It's green. It's on. Oh,
It's on brand.
It's on brand. It is on brand. Intern the Sage, you effortless God, knowing the things that are on brand in the moment. I so appreciate you for that.
And I could, like, the crack putting it together is so small that I could glue it back together, but I'm in the era of throwing shit away. So
Intern the Sage. I understand that vibe very much. Yes, I do.
Like,
what happened in the last 3 weeks, though? Go backwards now.
Oh, no. Okay, wait. I gotta finish. We gotta keep on track.
Okay.
Little vase.
Oh, no. Oh, that is cute.
And this one is so sad.
What?
Pilgrim beheaded.
Oh, that's pretty. Wow. That's very on brand for Wicked Weird Barbie vibes, though. On a beheaded pilgrim. Wow. And what is he wearing? Let's dive into the symbolism that our synchronistic 5-dimensional effortless God selves might be trying to give us messages about in this pilgrim that has been beheaded. Can I see this pilgrim? What are you doing?
I was trying to see if there's something on the bottom to tell me what it is. And I'm pretty sure that chipped off. So
is his hair golden?
Yeah.
And he's in like blue-green. What is that? Mark Davis, hello, friend. We need to catch up again soon. Thank you for stopping in. We have
Mark, look at my beheaded pilgrim.
Look at the beheaded pilgrim. We didn't mean for it to happen. The pets just destroyed a few glass. Man, that's 5 minutes we were live. 10 minutes?
No, literally 5 minutes, and it was rough. It was rough out here.
They win. We've got a broken plate, a broken vase, and a beheaded pilgrim. I mean, that's pretty.
I forgot there's a hole in the bottom.
That's pretty intense for a Wednesday. I tell ya. Absolutely, Mark. We must chat. Okay, now tell me the next thing then, if you're keeping us on track, girl ADHD.
Next thing
that
you haven't seen.
That I haven't seen. Okay.
I cut all my hair off.
Intern the Sage.
I can't hear you, but I did, in fact, cut it all off.
Good for you. I love it. It's a beautimus.
And now, okay, couple things. I started cutting it off at work.
I love how this is starting already.
Because I knew I was going to cut it off. I just was like,
I have absolutely done that where I've just like snipped ends off just because I'm like, well, whatever. It's long enough that it doesn't matter.
I'm like, I'm bored. It's fine. And so, I started cutting it off. So I have all my hair in an envelope somewhere. Hopefully I didn't throw it away, but I might have thrown it away.
But that is something that
Mark
Davis also says hello to you, Intern the Sage. Hello. Okay, but all that hair that you have needs to go into your Crossroads demon box, Supernatural.
I'm going to try. And then, unless I threw it away, I hope I didn't, because
I will snip off some of my hair, and we'll go do our separate but energetically in tandem. Like, we're gonna intern the Sage, like how you were gonna come into my apartment and sage, but to call the ghosts in so that we could get some YouTube.
Oh yeah, should I braid my hair and start burning it so it smells like burnt hair around your apartment instead of sage?
That sounds fantastic. And then we call in the demon in our demon Crossroads box, like Supernatural style. And then the demon comes in and we were like, listen, we need to start this ag store business that Sage the Intern the Sage dreamed about. Mm-hmm. And also, Intern the Sage, we need to start a service. This is going to be fun. It's going to be part of our traveling podcast that we're doing in our RV caravans with all of our podcast friends. Okay, we need to start a service where we will decorate, paint tractors like windows and stuff for different holidays. Like, so Halloween. Do you know what I'm saying? Imagine a big front of a tractor that's got the window is like a big fang's mouth, right? Like you got fangs on the windows, and you travel around and you're like, we'll paint it for you. And Valentine's Day we'll do hearts, and on St. Patrick's Day we'll do shamrocks, and for Halloween we'll do it like a monster face. And we'll go around and we will be the tractor painting service, because farmers deserve to have that kind of a thing marketed to them and have some pretty fun, art stuff on their tractor sauce while they're out there in the fields, right?
Yeah, and we could do barn quilts. I know you don't know what that is, but it's fine. Look it
Yo,
up. Google it.
What do you what barn?
You'll know when you
I was gonna
Google
say
it
that isn't
what
that
barn
just a
quilts
quilt?
are. No,
I was in the knitting world. I was in the fiber
it's
arts
not.
world
It has
for a
nothing to
while.
do with quilting.
It has nothing to do with quilting.
No, look it up.
What are barn quilts?
Mary, put your tail down.
Oh, they're oh, okay. Hold on. Here, let me do this.
See,
No, this
I
is
knew you would
exciting.
know.
I love this. I have seen I've seen these and
Yeah.
these are so fun. Oh,
If
I
you
love
ever
this.
take a road trip, that's what these are. A classic Midwestern barn quilt.
Chrome tab.
Mary. This is
Oh,
Mary. She's my little baby.
What's that? Have you seen? Oh my lord, my youngest sister was TikTok educating me on. Here we go, barn quilt. That's the one. Educating me on.
Yeah,
Now I can't see you though.
that's
A
fine.
TikTok thing with some gal who. What? Oh, now that's dumb.
Arthur,
okay, there it
that's
is.
glass. Get off the pillow, dummy.
That's glass. I love these. I think these are super cute. And I would love to make these that we could also sell as part of our traveling podcast caravan situation, where we are also offering services to paint, pretty decorate tractor farm equipment, because farmers deserve to have that kind of entertainment, I think. I think they do. Oh, I love these. These are so fun. Intern the Sage. I love crafty stuff like this. Look at this one here. I love this. That's fantastic. It's a sunflower. Aw, Intern the Sage. You know, sunflowers are little synchronistic symbols for me and you. They absolutely are. Oh, I'm so glad you told me about barn quilts. I'm so happy.
I knew you had seen it before.
I have. I've seen some recently that I was like, oh, those are super cool. I dig that.
Yeah.
Yes, let's make barn quilts. I think that sounds fun. Tell me more. Have you had any weird dreams in the last couple of weeks since we have lived?
There was one I was going to tell you about, but I forgot about it. So
there's no lives. There's no lives without Intern the Sage.
No dreams.
No dreams and no lives. It's a sad Beetlejuice afterlife world without Intern the Sage in it.
How many weeks have we been off? 4th of July week. And what was that week before that?
June. I don't know. What was that? You tell me.
Have we not been on for like a month?
For like a month. For like forever. For like.
Okay, let me.
I don't know.
Let's figure this shit out.
Let's figure this out. Time isn't real, but Intern the Sage is going to get into human linear time constructs and work out how long it's been. Because I do miss you, Bestie Sauce. I need more Intern the Sage in my life. I need more Intern the Sage.
Last week we decided we hated each other. The week before that we were supposed to talk, but I decided I hated you.
Last week we decided we hated each
other. We must have talked the week before that.
We did.
Juneteenth? Yeah. Did we talk Juneteenth?
I think
you had the day off.
I did. We did.
We must have. And then the week before that, I decided I hated you again. So
I love it. Intern the Sage. I love that we can play that love-hate game. We can play that effortless God. There's no victimhood. There's just, you know what?
I hate you.
I hate you. You should hate me right now. And that's just how we're going to do. Oh, yes, here's Trouble, Brian. What's up? You know, all day, every day. Double trouble.
Double trouble.
That's how I need a cauldron. Intern the Sage. I need a cauldron situation. Okay.
Do you want a real cauldron or a fake cauldron?
I want a real cauldron. I want a real cast iron black cauldron. Like, what? Yeah.
Where would you put it?
Guess what? I'm going to tell you right now. We're going to have our traveling podcast, reality TV show, whateverness, right? Like RV caravan situation. My RV caravan situation will have like a sort of, the balcony kind of situation that you can have sometimes when you can kind of climb up there. And I'll have my own little witchy like camp out spot with like a little chair that'll be bolted down and my cauldron that'll be bolted down, and I can just have my little travel spooky wicked weird witch Barbie self like sit up there with a broom and a hat. I think that would be great. Oh, yay. I'm so glad when I can connect people. That makes me so happy. Mark
I'm
and
so
Brian.
bad at connecting to people.
Well, I didn't say connecting to people. I said connecting people. I was connecting other people to each other. I didn't say I was good at connecting to people and turn this age. There's a reason you need to babysit me. Like, let's be honest.
Do you want to see my triple silver hoop action?
Yeah, what?
Okay, so obviously you know I have like a total of
Bajillion
12-ish?
earrings.
12-ish holes in my ears.
12-ish. You don't even know how many?
Do you want me to count?
Yeah. Can I guess? 16.
16. I don't know if I'm quite that high. Okay, so there's 3, 4, 5.
Do you know what I thought of? There's 6 on what side? Left?
Wait.
Timmy.
How many did you say?
You had 6 on the other side, I thought.
Shit. Okay, wait.
Yeah, I love it. We can't count how many. You've got so many piercings in your ears, you can't count.
How many did you guess?
I said 16.
Ooh, close. I'm at 17.
17. How spectacular. That's another synchronicity number for me. So yippity doo. Yes, I know, Brian. I do need to call you. I do absolutely need to call you. I do. I have so many people I need to get caught up with. I've been. Oh, don't worry.
Just hate them all. It's okay.
I don't hate anybody. I've just been like in some weird Barbie, wicked weird Barbie energy. You know, intern this age. Listen, sometimes you just gotta like. The mental health demon is the one we need to replace with like, so we got to just call in a different demon is what we need to do. That's what we're doing with our demon box.
Look how bald I look. Okay, these are my 3 earrings. Okay, wait. Okay. So my bottom 3s are the only ones I can match on both ears because on this ear is my creative ear. So I have a bunch of weird ass piercings.
Oh, okay. I was like,
so only my triples are pierced.
Do you house your creativity in one ear? Because that's a very interesting way to compartmentalize. I like that. Yeah. My left ear is where I keep my creativity.
And this is what I call my Pinterest ear. Because I find my inspiration on Pinterest. So this is my Pinterest ear. This is my piercing. This is my ear that I tell my piercer to just do whatever he wants with it.
I think that's just so fun. I love that. Yeah.
So starting at the bottom.
I'm doing some like weird Barbie. I did some weird Barbie squiggly bits is what I got going on, Brian. John.
I'm pink Barbie. She's crazy Barbie.
That's actually quite.
Wait, we're the wicked people. Look at us.
Where are the wicked people? I'm popular. Oh my Lord, I love it. You know what? That is so on brand for you to be like Glenda the Good Witch and for me to be Elphaba the Wicked Witch. That's
okay. Wait, that's not always true because when I'm in my gossiping mood, I'm in my gossiping mood.
That's when you come over to the dark side with me.
Okay, these are my first.
Okay,
these are my cool ass seconds.
I like. Oh, I like that. Those are fun.
Okay, and these I got these.
I love this girl ADHD of us just looking at your earrings right now. I really do, and it makes me think of the merch. Oh, I like that one too.
So let's talk about that real quick. So I got these ones.
Okay.
About 2 Christmases ago.
Okay.
By the way, for people who didn't know, my Christmas is Christmas and birthday because they're too close together.
Because intern the sage is a Capricorn. Yeah. She's in that December baby boat with me.
Yep. And so it was a part of Christmas deal.
Happy birthday, Merry Christmas. We're gonna start. Can we move Christmas to July officially? Can we switch July and 4th of July and Christmas, please?
Okay, that's a topic we're gonna get into first.
Well, thank you very much. This is my art, actually.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. This is my weird art. Wicked Weird Barbie has wicked weird art. Thank you, Brian. Anyway, sorry.
Earrings. No, you're good. So
earrings. We need to make those merch things that are like the foamy bits that go behind your ears, so that your noise canceling headphones don't smash your earrings and/or ears. We need to figure out. We need to make those Etsy.
'Cause
Etsy shop.
I'm getting a keloid on the back of my industrial.
You,
I always have one keloid.
you just said a string of words that I don't understand. Like what?
Okay, wait.
Yeah, let me-
We're finishing my fucking story. Okay.
Okay,
Quick. The house
I
of
heard
great grandma.
keloid.
This earring.
That earring is from great grandma whose house you're living in.
Great grandma's house living in.
Okay.
This is her wedding ring.
Oh.
The diamonds are split out into earrings.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Come on. Sometimes I'm the favorite. Sometimes
I'm the
favorite.
favorite. Well, that's because you're Glenda the Good Witch. That's why you get to be the favorite. And I'm Wicked Weird Barbie Alphaba over here, and I get to be the one that everybody hates, is what I get to be.
My favorite thing.
Translation, yes, it actually was. What is a keloid? Keloid?
Okay,
keloid and a peg master. What? Did we have more
keloid-
broken?
Are you talking about industrial?
What's
Keloid
his
is
industrial
Okay.
is what? In an earring
keloid?
piercing. Once upon a time, I used to know what these things. I had a tongue piercing, mini. I did. I had my tongue pierced.
That's bad for you.
It was a
tongue pierced.
pain in the butt. I tell you what, keeping it clean. So I gave up.
Keloid is a buildup of scar tissue around a piercing.
Oh, okay.
And you can get rid of them. The super bad ones I have were on my industrial.
What is an industrial? The one that is crossways. Okay. That freaked me out just a little bit, but okay.
Why? Moving it?
I don't like that.
Hurt.
But I
my ears are really good about healing.
I'm glad it doesn't hurt, but it's still it's like those people who do the suspension stuff. You've seen this, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Like wrestling ears, yes, Mick Foley the way.
You're thinking of cauliflower ears, and those are gross. Those give me typophobia. I don't know. I can't say it.
Oh, phobias. Let's talk about phobias sometimes too. The ones that are like so weird, like you can be afraid of a shark in a pool, and if I think about it too much, I can be, because I'm that insane. Anyway. Right? Like you just think about it too much and you're like, oh, scary. Anyway, back to earrings, industrial, keloid.
Oh, and
can you spell that word, please?
I don't know how to spell it, but
okay, that's right. Shashi Page is the speller.
Oh, so it's Keloid.
Huntophobia is a thing we want to talk about, and the global ghost hunt.
Right.
Are you finding the spelling right now?
Phobia. Yeah.
Which phobia?
Trypophobia.
What is that?
Wait, I gotta make sure it's the right one. Yeah, it is. Okay, it's a phobia that has a bunch of holes creep you out. Holes next to each other. And I can't remember what I was saying gives me that. Not very much can give me that. But.
Okay, wait. So So a phobia of a bunches of holes next to each other.
Yeah.
Which I suppose like bullet holes, Goonies is what I'm thinking of right now. Bullet holes the size of matzo balls. Do you know what the Goonies? Do you know Goonies when I think? Oh, Intern the Sage. We need to start watch party citations, or how do you? Where?
No, I hate you.
Don't go watch party with me. Oops! Go ahead and hate me. Just made me kick my dog.
This is what try.
Oh, hold on.
Is. Oh, and okay, so this right here. Do you know what this is?
Is it fear of what? No,
it's a fear of holes driven or whatever. It's fear of
holes driven.
You know what this is? I was like, what is that? No.
Yeah, that's a correct. Yes,
you know
that's
what this
correct.
Is?
It's a plant of some kind, I think.
It's a lotus blossom.
It's a lotus blossom. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Now, okay. So like a honeycomb up there.
Yeah.
That is a problem for that kind of phobia.
Yeah, for the people who get freaked out about that. Most of the time, it's like in your skin that people freak out.
Oh, geez. So like your pores would freak you out,
Yeah.
right? Well,
Yeah.
that's not fun.
So it's like if you have bot flies,
Bot flies?
it's a type of fly that burrows into your skin.
So glad I get to think about that now. Now, listen, that sounds like something that I should have known on brand as 𝓕𝓻𝓪𝓷𝓴𝓲'𝓼 the Wicked Witch, Wicked Weird Barbie. That Glenda the Good Witch, if founder of Your Mom LLC, should not know about. But guess what? We like, I have a joke here, but keeping it quiet. Okay, well, listen, you can tell us offline. Tell us offline, because now I'm gonna have to know. Oh, you can't say things like that and then expect not to tell me later, at least. Intern the stage. Where were we? Bot flies, tractor painting is going to be our next service for our travel podcast. I'm so excited about it. What else has been happening to you in the last 3 weeks that we hated each other? I love that we can talk like that, by the way. I do.
That's our terminology.
I think it's so fun. I'm just so glad that you can do that and be effortless God fine about it and not get all butthurt.
Unless we were sitting down and having a serious conversation of like our friendship, I would never take anything you say too seriously.
And what
and
would
it's the same with all my other friends. Like,
what have you had? You know what? Intern the sage. I'm gonna say this. I think that you are so very like evolved. I'm going to say, because mature doesn't cover it. I'm serious. You are highly evolved. I
think it took a lot of trauma to get where I am. I was explaining this here.
I mean, girl, preach. Preach. It took a lot of trauma to get where I feel that.
Okay, here, I'll give it on. My parents gave me a great, wealth-wise, they did the best that they had to deal with. You know what I mean? Like they did the best they could work with. The problem, quote unquote, the problem is my older sibling is just batshit crazy, doesn't understand the concept of money at all. And my mom is just too who loving.
There's Bitcoin out there anymore. And I don't know.
Yeah, but what I mean by that is she lives in a place where the cost of living is so expensive. So expensive.
Where does she live?
Am
I allowed? Okay.
I'm just trying not to dox anyone.
Nobody wants to do that.
Exactly. So the problem with that is, she'll go down the street. She can go get a coffee. And then she doesn't care for card overdrafts, which is crazy to me that her card can overdraft, but my card, I have it set up so it just straight up declines me. Like, it won't let me overdraft. And that's what that's really what I need.
Listen,
because sometimes I'm not watching my budget. Like, it happens. It happens.
This is why it is only correctimus that we should be the ones in the earnest verse to receive big sudden wealth for no reason whatsoever, because we're the kind of people who should have funds to direct to all the fun, wonderful things that we would, we would inject such good, fun energy into the world.
It's interesting because you see all these people. Okay, and now I'm getting off topic again, but you see all these people, they get a bunch of money, and then they just stop caring about people.
See, but I would get a bunch of money and everybody I care about, let's just have this covered. Let's go ahead, intern the sage. To heck with whatever else we were talking about. Let's play this game. Okay. You and I suddenly have millions of dollars. Instead of turning into the people who don't care about people, because that's not who we are. What kind of silly fun do we start doing with listen, all my podcast fam peeps, I'm going to subscribe to all your whatevers, Patreons, this, that, and the other, right? What kind of fun play? We're going to definitely go.
I have a plan.
Tell me.
You want my plan?
Oh, I have another thought, but tell me.
The first thing I would do is pay off all my debts, right?
Well, you got to fill your cup first always.
Yep.
Yep.
And then, okay, sorry, I gotta think back. I put all.
I have to think back. What was
If
it?
we
What
have
was it
millions
that
and
I
millions
did
of
first?
dollars,
When we got the $1 million, what was it that you did? First, we paid off all our own
pay off
debts.
all debts.
Right,
Second,
that's
I
what
would
we did.
invest.
No, that's not the second thing that we did. Don't play silly buggers. You don't know. We're remembering incorrectly here.
I don't know what we're talking about.
The second thing. Intern the Sage, play this game with me. You got to talk it to the universe like it already happened. We already paid off the debts because it all came in. Now the next
Yeah,
thing
but you know how I
that we
just said
did-
I evolved? I'm evolving still. Sage is evolving because now I work in a money industry.
We all are evolving still, but now that you don't work
now
in
I
a money
read
industry
money
anymore,
everything.
now that you don't work in a money industry anymore because all of the whateverness is taken care of and we're doing so well, the second thing we did after we got all of the millions of dollars was to go to Italy because we wanted some really rockin' awesome gelato.
Okay, we have to get real gelato too. We need a person that'll give us a gelato tour that it's not touristy.
Not touristy. So like who gives us the authentic? So we
Yeah.
found that lovely Italian couple. There was an Italian couple that's what they did was they just gave little tours of the like if you were Italian, these are the places that you would go and get gelato. Like that's the tour that we got to have, the like non-touristy, like very the locals, like where the locals get gelato.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the best gelato I've ever had in my whole life.
Period. Okay.
It was my
But
favorite.
now Sage has evolved.
Okay.
That would be a later step.
that was a later step. So what did you do before? I absolutely Italy first. And
Italy
then
first for you?
yes. And then we buy or Greece or something like that. And then we buy the malls that are sitting empty and we turn them into our ag stores and we like turn them into our little co-op communities where you have like apartments on the second floor and you can do like solar panels on the roof. This is something that I was talking about with Margie. We need to do this. We need to start our own little hippie communities in the abandoned malls of America so that we can become the people of the back rooms. Do you know? Intern the Sage, the back rooms. The back rooms.
I like the back rooms.
Right? I love the back room stuff.
We
Maybe
should have
that's
a party.
We should all have a party. Let's have
What's been coming up on my TikTok recently is people touring these abandoned places. And they don't tell you where these abandoned houses are, rightfully so, because people will go find them and just completely destroy them, which is so sad because these places are essentially frozen in time. Leave them alone. Don't go graffiti there because you think you're cool. You're not cool. You're ruining
cool.
Beautiful stuff.
Can I tell you?
Graffiti under bridges because you know what? Your graffiti belongs there.
Go do your graffiti trolling under bridges like a troll where it belongs. But also,
no, graffiti is beautiful, but it's like it doesn't belong on places that are frozen in time. Like you're ruining that aspect.
I agree with you. Don't go do that because you want it to be cool places, locations that you can go check out for the global ghost hunt type live stream ghost hunty stuff. Again, little tip for my global ghost hunt fam. What's up, 𝓕𝓻𝓪𝓷𝓭𝓬? That I agree with you. Here's what I'm going to say. I had this idea the other day. Intern the Sage. Let's start. I don't know how we're going to start this, but we're going to start it. We're going to put it in our malls that we buy to turn into our little hippie communes that are not hippie communes. They're, whatever. We'll figure it out. Elevators need to start having little cupboards in them, like that have like Sharpies and paint markers so that you can like sign the walls and graffiti on the walls while you're in the elevator. And then when you're like in the elevator waiting, you can like read all the graffiti and the fun stuff on the walls. And it's like entertaining. Like a public group coloring session that is just ongoing in elevators.
And then every year we paint the walls black. So you have to restart. Or we paint one wall all black, so that wall restarts.
Oh, you could do it like a quarterly, like
years.
rotate. But no, you could do it quarterly, like rotate it. Like every 3 months, paint another one over.
Yeah,
and
paint a wall.
And you could have like black lights in there too, and have like shift the black light onto the black wall that's fresh, and you could have it have like glowy paint stuff, and like you could have cosmic bowling inside the elevators all the time for funsy onesies. I mean, why shouldn't life be a little bit more playful?
Exactly.
I like it. I think we should do it. I love the black paint. And you could do sometimes you could do walls that are chalk. You know that like chalk paint.
Yeah. Okay. I used to love chalk paint. It is so hard to upkeep because sometimes the paint gets I don't know. Paint gets all fucky wucky.
Does it? Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Intern this age.
No.
We've already been on here for 45 minutes. That makes me sad because I don't want you to leave in 15 minutes.
Well, if I can go piss, girl, I won't leave you in 15 minutes.
I mean, I've already taken care of handling the podcast by myself while you had to have we had the AI bots interrupt our whatever. I don't know, very weird strangeness that we had happen. It's entirely up to you, Intern this age. You know I just so enjoy hanging out with you. I'm so glad that you didn't hate me this week.
No, yeah, I was excited this week. I was excited not to hate you this week.
I was excited not to hate you this week. I really needed not to hate you this week. I mean, next week, who knows, but.
Yeah, it wasn't like I fell in depression. It was like I wasn't motivated. And the problem is I wasn't motivated to do anything, so I didn't clean my house. Like, yeah, everything was a wreck.
Girl.
But all of a sudden I feel motivated to do stuff. So like last night I cleaned my whole kitchen and I bought a whole bunch of cleaning supplies.
I love it.
And I've just been, and it could be that one of my best friends is starting to move in with me soon. So I'm getting good. Preparing the area. I did warn them that there's shit fucking everywhere. Because there is.
When you say shit, do you mean metaphorically or in the like?
It's just my. It's my great. Yeah, it's probably it's my great grandma's stuff that no one wants.
That no one wants.
Some of it, it's like I want, so I'm keeping it.
Well, maybe we need to use it for our decorations in our egg store, Etsy shop, whatever we're doing.
We could. Okay, because my great grandma got me addicted to teapots because
I love this.
One of her brothers went into World War II, and he was stationed in Japan or like near Japan.
Okay.
So she has all this Japanese stuff.
That's really fun.
And like my bathroom is Japanese,
like themed.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's fun. You get a shelf and you put that all in there, and
yeah.
I mean, let's have.
Well, so I'm addicted to teapots, and I have this.
I'm addicted to teapots. I'm writing that down, and that's going to be a T-shirt.
I'm addicted to teapots.
I'm addicted to teapots. I mean, listen.
So I have all these super authentic teapots in my collection, and one of my great aunts is trying to take them all, and I'm like, you don't have a room. Leave them in this house. I want them. Leave them here. Can we have a tea party? Well, and they don't have any children, so all of that stuff is gonna come back to the house anyways. And I know it's not like I know it will. I'm not dumb. I know what happens. Like, girl, I know when you have a house, everyone just is like, oh, you're the new repository for garbage. Here you go. And so I'm in this huge cleaning phase. So I have buckets of stuff downstairs. And I'm in the mode of like, I don't even want to go through them. I just want to donate it all. Because if I haven't looked at these buckets in over a year, why do I have this shit? You don't need it anymore. And you need to trust that it can be easily replaced by the universe. The earnestverse will replace all. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I am happy that I started going through this first bucket. Just because it did have stuff that I do need to keep. So I know I should go look through the other buckets before I just donate it all. But I love that you haven't. No, hold on. Sorry, pause. You keep saying buckets. Do you mean like those rectangular totes? Because I'm imagining actual 5-gallon buckets full of stuff, which is maybe a little more sort of serial killery. But that is on brand. I have one 5-gallon bucket full of animal stuff. Animal.
Animals. 5-gallon bucket full of animal stuff could have gone a different direction.
I know, that's why I put there was an asterisk after it of like description, because I knew it sounded weird as soon as it came out of my mouth.
What I mean by that was, does that happen to you often? I have that happen to me often, even when I'm just talking to myself, where I'm like, that's not how I did. Pause. Did I? Maybe I should rephrase. Excuse me, Your Honor. Rephrase. What?
Guess what?
What?
Before I'm like too tight on my budget, and I'm the reason I'm tight on my budget is because I have a money goal that in 7 years I will pay off all my college and life will be good.
I have a goal that very much sooner than that it'll happen because we've already gotten our millions, you silly bean. What are you even talking about? I'm in Italy enjoying gelato right now. And you're babysitting Lucy for me, which is very sweet.
Period. Come here. Lucy will have to learn to kill squirrels with my dogs.
That's not going to be a problem.
So I was splurging.
Okay.
And
love to hear that.
Splurging, and I was doing the math of, I love this acai bowl place near
what is
town
that?
I currently live in.
Acai
I'll text it to you. Yeah, acai. It's like acai is a berry.
Oh, okay. That's that ACAI one. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Very delicious. I can like take my hands and dig into it. Like the smoothie bowls. Those are my favorite.
A smoothie bowl?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that.
Next time I'm in town, I'm gonna take you.
Okay.
It's expensive.
Fantastic, because now that we have all these millions, we're gonna go to the expensive places. That's what we're gonna do.
Well, and so I was doing the math, and I was like, if I get this huge tub of acai, and I eat just like a bowl size, I'm gonna save $200 per tub. This tub cost me about $150, and I would save $200 getting this tub. So girl math says free $50.
Girl math,
guess what? I got toppings with that free $50.
I love that girl math. I love that. Hello, Omni is here to hang it. Lend an ear or 200. I would, yes. 120 plus beings. Let me tell you what, does that ever drive you crazy is the question that I have, because all of the multiple versions of me that I have in my brain drive me a little nuts sometimes.
Do you get deja vu?
Is that a song?
Yeah.
I do get deja vu. Do you get deja vu?
Sometimes.
I have gotten deja vu. I have gotten deja vu of having had deja vu of a same scene.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't know if we've talked about this, but I have thought about it, and I'm like, it means that I'm remembering it 3 times. We've all done it infinite times, right? Because we're infinite beings, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, okay, my human self is remembering 3 different times that I've done this. That means I have to be able to do something different now, right? Driven crazy through isolation more so than having constant mental conversation, but I had to develop it to survive COVID, and now it's stuck. Man,
that's how that goes.
That hits pretty hard, and that's very true. Man, that's that having to like get in there and meet all your infinite selves because we were all isolated. This is very true. What was I saying before that, though? I just got lost. Deja vu. Okay. But now what's happening is I'm having, I guess it's like the premonitory facial recognition thing. Okay, like this. Okay. So I know tell me.
No,
right? The thing of like, you see someone before you meet.
That you knew one of our hiring coworkers, and I thought you knew her.
Right, but now it's going, but now it's shifting and going the other direction where I was like, I'm going to meet a woman who is blonde with short hair and a like little bit older, heavy set woman. And for some reason, she's associated with the color blue. Like because I've been and like I just know that this is true. I don't know what her name is, but like I don't know
what's gonna happen,
right? Like I was at Big Sue. I was gonna take Lucy for a walk, and there was this truck parked next to me, and it was the weirdest thing where because it's not like my friends at the Parapost Network, they, talking like ghosts or spirits, or like, it wasn't like seeing something like I see you, or you would like the idea of seeing a ghost, you think on like TV or movies, like a silhouette or a shadow of someone. Not that I visually could see, right? But like mind's eye consciousness, sort of, right? Like in the way that you would like imagine. I don't know. You know what? I don't even really know how to explain it. But I saw a woman sitting in the back of this pickup who was she had short, straight cut blonde hair with bangs, and she was wearing blue, heavy set, older woman. Older. I don't even know what that means. Older than me. Like, whatever. Older than me by 20 years. Older. That doesn't even fit because that's not even right. Because whatever, it doesn't matter. You know what? There's some woman in blue that I'm supposed to be meeting, and I keep having these other things come up that are like synchronicities, and I'm like, okay, who is this person that I'm looking for then? Like in my premonitory deja vu, and like, I don't know. Intern the Sage, I'm just becoming more crazy all the time. That's what it is.
We all go crazy a little bit. I think. Okay, back to my earlier rant.
Yes, but please do.
I think. Okay, I'm back.
Adam Twister's here. What's up? Cheers.
Hello.
Hey, friend. Go back to what?
When I was ranting about my family.
To reality. Oh, right. Trauma.
I think I was just emotionally neglected. Like I had all my needs met.
Listen. Ooh, girl. I think there's a lot of us out there that hits pretty hard. Where I'm like, yeah, I can't complain. I wasn't beaten viciously. I was fed and clothed. So I guess because I have to like have problems in my story as a human, I had to write it in that I was going to just be emotionally neglected and abandoned and have to figure out how to like be a whole person by myself. And oh, okay, great.
And I don't want to blame my siblings because it really wasn't their fault. I'm trying not to blame anyone. I'm just putting the story from my point of view, I guess.
Like the perspective. Real crazy is being energetically unstable with the fact that you are infinite, fully abundant, and self-expression is being fully stable and being infinite. Omni, you're going to have to say more about that because I feel energetically unstable recently in a lot of really kind of big ways. So I might need some more assistance on that if you have wisdom to share, friend. I gotta say. But anyway, trauma, family. Listen, I am with you.
Do you want the whole timeline or should I just leave it at that? I'll give you the timeline if you want the timeline.
I am happy to have the timeline. And listen, I think it's valid. We need to start being in a space, or at least I think I do, and I bet you feel this way, where we can just say, you know what? Even though those other needs were met, our emotional needs are also valid. And it's okay for us to say that, you know what? I really needed some more support in an emotional capacity that I didn't get. And now I'm trying to figure out as a person on my own how to cultivate that in myself. Right?
Yeah. Because I would probably say when oldest sibling probably hit 6th grade, she gained all of my father's anger as the oldest daughter. You know how that goes.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
And so
Intern the Sage.
Because she
that
got
that may have just been a little breakthrough for me. She inherited her father's anger as the oldest daughter.
Yeah, because that's how it tends to go, right?
I think I did not realize that is a lot of what. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I love my dad, and on the other side of the veil, I'm sure he's over there laughing, being like, "Yep, guess what? I sent you Sage so that she could tell you." You gotta let go of that stuff that was mine. Okay.
Well, and it's like you gained it in two different ways. You gained it in his passively giving it to you, and his like
Oh,
physically
I
giving
love that.
it to you. And so physically was just, like him yelling at each other. Like my dad and my oldest sister could not actively communicate with each other because both of their communication styles were yelling. So
I blame that on my Sagittarius self, like that people. No, really, like I get loud when I'm expressive, and I'm not necessarily angry. I think I'm being funny, but everybody thinks I'm angry and pissed off. And okay, like that. So this is interesting because it's a whole other perspective of like, okay, that might be.
Well, and you. The difference is the next oldest child was probably not comforting the youngest ones in the basement while you guys were yelling at each. So what happened?
Oh, okay, not quite. No.
Their senior year of high school for my oldest sibling is they couldn't speak normally. They were always yelling at each other. So I was always comforting youngest child. And that cycle didn't break until she left for high school, she left for college, which was my sophomore year of high school. Well, then she wasn't quite out of the house yet, but that is when youngest sister had her first attempt. Well, then all of the focus goes from Sadie. Oops, didn't mean to dox her. It's fine. The eldest.
Alphaba.
Then it flips to the youngest. And then because of that switch, and that probably was in her when she was in sixth grade. So the same spot oldest sister was in. So then it's just like I don't think I got attention until, this might sound crazy, but until this last year.
That's
probably actually maybe the year before. And you want to know why that is?
Because of your pet?
Because I got Richard.
Because you went and got a bunch of pets and they were like, what are you doing? And you're like, I need some companionship and attention and comfort and physical in my lifeness. Yep,
and it was crazy. And then, and you know what, I probably have ADHD and I'm probably a little autistic, and I know I should go get that checked out. But it's the fact of like my self-medication, like in sophomore year, because I wasn't getting attention, my self-medication was drugs. Hard drugs. They weren't soft drugs. They were very hard.
I mean, but that is so valid, and I feel you on that. That like it's not that sort of anchoring feeling of a safety net, right? Like I mean, I really hate to do the whole like spirituality mother wound bullshit thing, right? Because it's so irritating and annoying, but it's irritating and annoying because it's true, right?
Yes. Like, at Adam, yes, you do see cats up there. I have a total of 4, but you can only see 2 right now. I'll give you a cat tour soon. Don't you worry.
Don't you worry. There's been cat tours. We've got Mary and Arthur have showed up. Pickles has sometimes made an appearance.
Pickles isn't my cat, by the way. Oh, well, I gotta find a home for her. Remind me to do that. Universe, bring in a home for Pickles. Pickles needs a home. Pickles needs a home.
Girl, I'm with you. I get you. And there's,
And then me getting Steven and like a kitten and a dog in one summer. I think that set alarm bells off for sure for my parents.
Okay, well.
And then I just brought Richard over so much that then my mom warmed up to him, and then my dad warmed up to him.
Oh, yeah, like my mom never would have let dogs in her house before, but like now it's like
no, and he didn't get to that whole summer.
Either you deal with my pets or I don't come visit. So,
Well, in the My mom learned that the hard way.
No, really.
Because
The
luckily,
physical comfortness thing. Yeah, that's why most of my
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And thank God for my roommate of my, you know, you don't get very successful college roommate stories every once in a while, but I had a
No,
great
I don't. So I'm happy that you do.
one. Met in COVID. I'm gonna go watch her baby this weekend. Life is good.
Life is
So,
good. Oh, I love that.
We were talking because I really wanted, I had Steven and I had pickles, and I was like, this is really toxic of my thinking, but I was like, if I get a dog, I will go walk outside more. I will be in better shape, which not wrong, very true.
Okay, but that's
Like,
what
I've lost weight from him, which is not bad.
That is not toxic thinking. That's totally, that is just like, I need a buddy. That's not toxic at all. Listen, girl, like, I agree with that. Like, if I didn't, I mean, I love going out to the state park, so I would still go.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, you know, if I didn't have Lucy, I would definitely not be up and about as much as I am, you know?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So that's not toxic. That's just like, hey, dogs like to go out for walks, and I could have a buddy who would go out for walks with me. And that's nice.
Take me for a mental health walk.
Take me for a mental health walk. That's a t-shirt. I need take me for a mental health walk. I need to go for a mental health walk. That's real. That's true.
Yeah. And then, she was just so helpful in life because I was like, she found Richard.
Who did?
She
what?
found my college roommate. She found Richard. She found Richard, and she was willing to like co-parent with me.
No.
And so when my parents, because obviously at that time they were like, oh my God, this chick can't take care of a dog because she's in college and she works a full-time job, you know, all of that. But then when they fucked up and they tried to get me, what?
When you turned out to be a boss that could totally handle it and like you're super good at it and like super got him trained like amazingly.
Well, exactly. And
exactly. I'm an effortless god. Watch me get this dog and do so well being a dog mom.
Well, it's so interesting because when I first got him, obviously, like my mom wasn't a dog person, and she's not a dog person, but she's willing to like love on my dogs.
No, it's taken a while, but like we've gotten my mom to get used to and like to be like friendly with like. So like actually when I was home for over the 4th, like I went for a walk and Lucy jumped up on my mom and my stepdad's bed at one point while she was waiting for me to get back. Mm-hmm. And like, cause she was like, it's late and she was like getting kind of nervous. And I was like, that's a whole new timeline that I quantum jumped to because never in my life would my mother have allowed a pet on the bed on her, oh my gourd. Like, and thought it was cute and funny. And she's like, oh, I couldn't believe she jumped up that high. And I was like,
you're like, yeah.
Like legit. Like, oh my Lord. Anyway, yes.
And it did take a while for her to warm up. But there was a point, it was like a month into having Richard, he wasn't very big, but he was big enough where he could actively pull her.
Oh, okay.
Up and down the street. It's starting to pull my dad. And Richard wouldn't pull me because I was evil and I'd pull him right back.
I was evil. You were not evil. You trained him and now he listens to you and he helps you herd the cats when the cats are getting into trouble in the kitchen.
He does do that.
Like Glenda the Good Witch. Well done on the training. Very well done to you.
Well, and it was so interesting because so she accidentally, he pulled out of her grip and got into the neighbor's yard, and the neighbor was freaking out. And then he made a really dumb comment of like, there's no way he is not old enough to go to the Vietnam War. He's my parents' age. So there's no way he went to the Vietnam War, but he was like, after I came back from the Vietnam War, there was German Shepherds who were crazy and tried to bite at me because they also came back from the. It was a whole thing, and I was like, dude, why are you lying? But
I mean, you know what? Maybe that's just another infinite version of him that popped in for a minute and he was just completely unaware of it. And it was just like a trauma thing that happened from a parallel life in another human linear time space. And he just went nuts. Because reality is getting to be a little bit fuzzy and weird in the whole wide world for everyone. Like, y'all in the comments, can you confirm or disconfirm that for me? Is reality becoming fluid and strange for anyone else? As well as, you know, the capacity to function as an adult in this world becoming incredibly taxing.
Crazy. And so after that, my mom tried to get me to go over and apologize. And I was like, why do I?
To the neighbor?
You dropped, yeah. She's she.
But he didn't hurt anybody.
No.
He just is a big dog in the yard.
Yeah. And
he's not.
And
like,
so
he's not harmful.
What made me mad is that my mom. Yeah. But like, we all have, this is our all first time experiencing lives, like our own life, and we're all growing with each other. So like, I understand.
I love that. And we're all growing with each other. But pause. Neighbor should, like, listen, neighbor, you're supposed to be growing alongside us. And don't be crazy about my dog. Be nice to me because I'm Sage the intern, intern the sage. And I didn't get the emotional hugs that I needed energetically and physically in the whole wide world of my growing up phase that I really needed to have. And damn it, can you just be nice to me about my dog, please?
Well, and so what made me mad is that I wasn't even mad at the neighbor because, you know, I do understand his point of view. Very big dog in my yard. They have a small dog, which is more annoying than Richard. Whatever. But what really like made me so mad that I pretty much went inside. I packed up all my stuff and I put him in the car and I was like, we're leaving.
We're leaving.
Was when my parents made me go apologize, and he didn't answer the door because I don't remember what he told my dad.
I can't stand.
But I was like,
make them go apologize thing.
I was like, why are you making me go apologize? Yes, it's my dog, but you were walking him. Like, that responsibility was on you.
Well, and also,
and if he's too big for you, you just can't walk him anymore. Like, let me handle him. He's my dog.
Right, but also, like, he didn't hurt anybody. Like,
no, he didn't hurt him at all. He didn't bite them.
And he's not, I mean, I've been around Richard. He's just a big dummy. Like,
he's a big puppy. And he wants to give you loves. He wants to give you face licks and whatever.
Right, but he's not, I don't know. I kind of feel
he's a very much a gentle giant.
Yeah, I feel bad for dogs sometimes that get.
He's a big dog, so he automatically gets put in the scary dog category.
Yeah, no, because he is a big dog.
And I was so mad that my parents were mad at me more than they were mad at anyone else, even like themselves. So I didn't bring him. Luckily, I talked to Serene and we figured it out with our schedules and I didn't bring him home for a month.
Yeah.
And the next time I came, it was immediately like, oh, where's Richard? I was like, I didn't bring him.
Yeah, like,
you can't handle him. I'm not going to bring him. And I think that's what made my parents be like, oh, one, she's serious.
Right. Oh, she means it.
Two, I was so mad. I was like, why am I apologizing for you dropping the leash? I know he's my dog, but it's like,
because, okay, you want to know what?
You're the one who can't handle him.
But it's also that thing of like, now my safety and my feeling okay and safe about my dog, which is my safety companion, emotionally speaking, now I'm having to go apologize for that because you're uncomfortable with what someone else thinks of it. And that's not my problem. Right?
Yeah,
like, it's not my responsibility to go make everyone else comfortable about these things that I'm trying to do for myself to make myself comfortable. right?
Because
Like,
of your actions. Like, it wasn't even my
but it doesn't
action.
even like it doesn't even matter. It's that energy of like first of all, these things happen. Accidents
Yeah.
happen. They're dogs. It's nature. They're animals. You can't freak out that things that like just happen sometimes happened. Because
Well,
guess
and he
what?
didn't bite you either. Like, if
Nothing,
he bit
right.
you, different story.
But
Different story.
it's still that like these are not the things we need to get so upset about, right? Because it's
Yeah.
but again,
Well,
so like you have that thing of like, yeah, that my needs were provided for, but it's like this is why. Because sorry,
it's
nope.
it,
This is
no,
all my
because
own
we're back
trauma.
at this because we're back at this situation, and and it's because we are still at the same spot we were when I was back in high school, when I was back in 6th grade. Well, actually, when I was younger than that, because Sadie who was 6th grade.
I mean, Adam, if you have any kind of, if you've got any tips to share with people freaking out, then like, yes, please, anything because sometimes I need to help myself
Well,
not freak out. But no, I get
now
what
I've just been in the customer service industry so long that I just kind of smile and wave. And if they start
girl.
saying mean stuff to me, I'm like, watch your fucking language. I'm a human being. I'm trying to help you out. If you need to talk to my manager, great. Let me get you the manager, but shut your whore mouth.
Shut your whore mouth. I love that. Yes, parallel Haleigh and we got to have a whole conversation about these whole infinite selves and how to integrate them better so that my infinite selves who know how to deal with this trauma nonsense can come in and help me out, because I'm with you 100%. No, it really is that what other people think of what happened, even though it's just a circumstance that just happens, right? And it's nobody's fault, really. What someone else thinks of that is prioritized over your feeling of being safe, right?
Yeah.
And that's where that trauma is like such a big trigger, right? Where it's like,
Yeah.
what matters to me, my emotional safety was never taken care of first. It was always what other people thought of a circumstance that I had to be accountable to all the time, instead of being accountable to getting myself in a right place emotionally first about how I was affected by whatever circumstance happened.
Yep. And now, because of all of those situations,
Yeah, all of those. Yeah.
I think, unfortunately, the consequences of that are when I get overwhelmed, either I shut down and I can't talk to anyone. And I'm so sorry if you're a person listening and I've given you the silent treatment. I'm overwhelmed. Like, I can't talk to you.
Girl, that is the space that I have been in for like a couple of weeks. Where I'm like, I am falling down on keeping up with people and on keeping up with like even podcast scheduling stuff. And y'all out there, if you're still listening, I apologize. I have so much love for you. It's not that I don't want to do it, but my mental health is in a space where I can't force myself to do a lot of stuff.
Yep. And
like, that's just where I'm at. Like, Haleigh's in very freeze mode for an extended period of time, and I honestly don't know what to do about it anymore. So just please remain patient while I am buffering.
Exactly. And the other symptom of that is I get so unbelievably angry too.
Oh, I have that too. Dreamer, I was 13, about a person named Sadie, and there was floating chalkboards. The energy is I can't say those names, but that is interesting.
That is interesting.
I appreciate y'all being here for me and sending the good energies. Like, it is, it's like, because that's kind of, what, Sage the intern the Sage, that's a part of your pet situation and getting pets to help for your comfortness. That is what my podcast stuff is to some degree, that like, if you build it, they will come. If you build it, your community of people who do want to support you will show up. So I appreciate everyone who is here, who is listening, whether you're live or replay or whatever, because that's why I have built this. Because you gotta, if the safe space did not exist for you, right, or was not built for you, you gotta create it yourself. And so I appreciate everyone here who co-creates that community.
Yeah, and that's why you need a formed family, because then at least as an adult, you know what your needs are, and you know what you need to get those needs met.
Right.
And I do understand that this is everyone's first life, and we are all living it together. But at some point, you just
Say more
have to
about
grow up
that.
and
Say
you
more
have to
about
face your
that.
own reality.
No, but
What?
And-
This is all of our first life, and we're all living it together.
and you have to grow up and face your own reality.
Mm-hmm.
Girl,
And that's
elaborate
how
on that.
I.
No, pause, because that's got to sink in for at least for me. I don't know if anybody else
Okay.
still watching needs
Pause.
it, but like, we're all living this first life together, and we all
Yeah,
need
so
to grow up and face our own reality.
you got to give yourself some patience. You got to give other people patience, and that's what I try to do. Like with my mom, this is her first time momming. She doesn't know how to not mom now. But it's also like,
Can you dive into this with me? This is such a fun. Your perspective, but your perspective on this fascinates me because this is like really okay. Not that you're wrong. Like I feel like you're really on to something here. Like,
yep.
This is our first life and we're living it together because every now is new.
Mm-hmm.
And so I am for the first time this Haleigh character, and I've just popped in and I'm like, oh shit, she's got all this baggage. Holy hell.
Yep.
Okay. I got to try to ride this avatar now as the quantum multidimensional being that I know that I am. And sometimes I meet the other versions of myself, but oh damn, this is the first time I'm being Haleigh for a long extended period.
Well,
Lord.
You might know your other versions of yourself and you'll have those experiences and that can shape who you are, but that doesn't change your reality at all because you're still going to go through situations that you've never gone through. You're going to have to adjust in ways you've never adjusted before.
That's the whole point, isn't it, of playing the game, is that it's the first time that I've had to like that's an I love this. I love this infinite perspective of the multiverse that like there are infinite versions of the way this reality has played out, can play out, does play out, is playing out, but it's still the first time that we've been here.
That you've ever played it out this way before.
Right, because this is the moment that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
So every moment that you're in and present in is the first time that you've done it, no matter how many times you've infinitely done it.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, because every choice you make, every breath you breathe is a different
I don't have anything
decision.
Every breath you breathe is a different decision
from the previous decisions you've ever made.
Intern the Sage, if I knew that all we had to do was get past the 100, like the 100
the 1 hour.
The 1 hour. I was gonna say the 120-minute mark. That's not the hour and 20-minute mark. Great. For you to just start really just showering us
to talk about trauma.
But that's
I got really cold in my house.
Because there's like an energy ghosty or something coming in being like, effortless God, Intern the Sage, you have just dropped some massive wisdom on the entire planet. And I do hope that everyone has an opportunity somewhere, sometime, at some point in the quantum dimensional space time that is available to the all that is to entertain themselves with the brilliant wisdom of Intern the Sage. This is our first time living this life together. And we all need to grow up and face our reality.
Are you trying to make an outro? Or are you trying to kick me out of here? That felt like an outro.
I'm not trying to kick you out.
Okay,
I am just loving this.
I was going to give you some more.
Please, dude, no, please. By all means. This is great stuff. I feel like I'm receiving serious, like, it's not a mistake that your name is Sage. Like, you are a shaman, you are a wisdom spewing, beautiful goddess of just the pinkest Glenda the Good Witch energy right now. Tell me all about more of this first time that we are living our lives together.
Well, and that's honestly why I give my parents such grace. Now, if my parents were awful people, that's a different story.
Okay, but
There
listen.
comes a point of where you can't talk to your parents anymore because it hurts the now you're in so much where there's no point. And it's the same with friends. Yesterday one of my friends was ranting and I was like, that is toxic enough of where you need to cut them off, whether they are trying to get you to isolate themselves or not. Like, your mental health is so awful because of what these people are saying to you, and that it's not even worth
Well, and it's,
keeping
even if it
them
is
around.
all, because here's the thing, you need to give yourself grace too, because it's the
Exactly.
first time that you're living this situation. And I am so bad at giving myself grace. And that's where so much of my anger gets directed now, is at myself. So
Even
it's
on it.
like the I just love all of this that you're saying, though, because we're all living it together. And but like, it doesn't mean that you have to tolerate things. It means if you
No.
need to separate yourself from something until you have a better perspective where you can interact with that person without being triggered in that way,
Please,
that's like
by all
perfectly
means, do
fine.
it.
Right.
And if you can never get to that point of talking to them again, that's just what happens.
A pink energy, maybe. There we go. I love that. We need some pink energy.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best fan of pink, the biggest fan of pink.
No,
But I do like this light pink that I'm currently in.
I'm
because
kind
I
of
think it
in pink.
looks nice with yellow. I love yellow, by the way.
Oh, I actually have some pink and yellow art that I think I need to give you. I do. I have some pink and yellow art that I think you would like. Yay! I've been seeing yellow dragonflies today, and it made me think of Intern the Sage. Because I think you were ready to drop some very dragon wisdom on me. This is the first life we're living together.
Do I have anything else?
Do you have any more wisdom? Because I love it when you just spew these kind of wonderful concepts that just fit so seamlessly, but yet so perspective shiftingly into my reality sauce. I appreciate you, Intern the Sage. You know what? That's what I want to do. I just want to tell you how much I love and appreciate you.
I love you. You know what I was just thinking? I was just thinking, I gotta see you this weekend.
Oh!
Maybe I'll see you next weekend too. Actually, next weekend might be better. Remind me. Shoot me a text. When we talk next week on the podcast, remind me about next weekend's plans.
Listen, next week on the podcast, we've already had the best weekend, and we're already talking on the podcast after that about what a wonderful weekend we had.
True.
Yes, we are.
Click a comment for me. I'm staring at it.
I know.
Nope, wrong comment. One above it.
Okay, well, I know it's sometimes really hard to do, but try not to take too seriously some of the things that people say. Some people just have a really hard time with stuff. Yep. Well, and not to take any of it too seriously, because listen, again, we are all living this little video game VR human experience together for the first time in the present moment. So give yourself some grace and give grace to others, because those others that you give grace are also you. We're all connected and just part of the infinite singularity, and we're all here just doing the best we can, floating around in this weird human sauce.
And the people you encounter are at different stages too, and people forget that. Like, we're not all at the same stage of life. The Karen you see yelling at a customer service worker might be just having the worst day of her life, and she just needs something to go right in her life. Doesn't mean she should be taking it out on the poor customer service worker.
Right, but also doesn't mean that you have to make it your problem or judge it as your problem. And I mean, that's the whole thing, isn't it? To just not have judgment of the experience that you're having or the experience that someone else is having, because it's all valid experience. And, I think there is something in that too. Don't be upset with yourself that your reality is a mirror of your internal reality, and think that every time you see someone who's being the Karen, that somehow it's because you are mirroring, because that's the thing that I do, right? Where I'm like, everyone in my reality is a mirror for me, right? But it doesn't have to mean that their behavior is a reflection of who I am or who I'm trying to be. It's an opportunity for me to feel or react in a way that is either in alignment with who I'm trying to be or out of alignment with who I'm trying to be. And
Well,
I think if I can get my thoughts organized, that's where I just need to learn to pause and slow down more often so that I can get my thoughts organized and be like, okay, who is it that I want to be in this moment? Right? Because I think that's what it comes down to, right?
And I think, along with the grace and patience, is you also have to give yourself time. But like, it's hard because we're all running out of time. But
we're all running out of time, but we're infinite quantum multidimensional beings, so we're not running out of time.
Well, and if you're so worried about the time aspect, then I can tell you already that your life is moving way too fast. That you aren't stopping and thinking about things. You aren't stopping and thinking about the choices you've made, where you want to be. You might know where you want to be, but you haven't thought about where you want to be. And those are two different things.
I think that is correct. And I love Omni, the color yellow itself associated with positivity, energy, and clarity, further enhancing the symbolism of the yellow dragonflies as harbingers of lightness and renewal. Oh, I love that. That's so nice. The third chakra, reflection of self-exploration, connectedness to the self. Oh, that's interesting. And the yellow is the third chakra, or am I crazy? Red, orange, yellow. No, right?
That's the rainbow. Is that the same as chakra?
Yeah, the shot. Yeah. So, but that's interesting, Intern the Sage, that you are like yellow third chakra energy, wisdom energy, and that is like for whatever
that's my
in my
whole
reality.
color.
I know it's your whole color, but it's also like my whole, like the energy center that I need to like activate and clear of all my bullshit kind of thing that I have going on in my belief structure timeline now that is not real. It's just a dream. So why do I take it all so seriously too at the same time?
You gotta slow down, Frankie Bear.
I know.
Slow down. Relax.
I think you are.
With your dog. Think
do you know what?
Life.
Listen, Blue Tide car washes are not sponsors of the Intern the Sage the Intern podcast or Frankie's podcast network yet, but they should be.
They should be.
Shashi Page took me. Listen, Shashi Page, maybe I'll post this on Facebook and I'll tag them. I'll get a clip. Because honestly, Shashi Page took me because she couldn't stand how filthy dirty my car is because I keep driving on like gravel roads to Big Sioux.
Me too.
So she was like, she's like, go over there, just go. So we turned in there and like, honestly, it was like such a little fun house time to just chill at a car wash with my sister and the Blue Tide thing. Like I had
car washes are randomly therapeutic.
It really was. And at the end of, I love that you said that. That's so perfect because at the end of the car wash, the yellow light to like have you be slow before the green light before you can go and pull out. The yellow light says relax. And I was like, thank you, Blue Tide Car Wash, for giving me some zen at the end of my little cleansing sort of fun house adult world car wash thing that we've created for ourselves, and to tell me to relax at the end of the car wash. I think it was lovely. I'm gonna go write them a really nice Google review, I think. I think I'll do that. I'm going to go write Blue Tide Car Wash is a really nice Google review and be like, you know what? I really needed that Zen relaxed yellow light. I actually really did. So thank you, Blue Tide Car Wash, for helping me relax. That's a commercial right there. Somebody hire me to do the commercials now. Like, seriously, let me be the flow. Call that in from the Earnest Verse right now. I want to be the new face of Blue Tide Car Washes, like Flo is the face of Progressive. I will be a commercial spokeswoman forever and eternity. Let me do that. Go ahead. This is the first time I'm living this life as Haleigh. Let's try this life as Haleigh as like a TV show host, commercial personality, something or other. But not like I like flow level of like recognition and or work. I think like I just do random silly commercials now and then, and everyone knows me as the Blue Tide Car Wash girl.
Like Flo.
Yeah, like I'm a Blue Tide Car Wash girl, and I have a podcast network, and that's how people know me. That's my level of fame. Like I just want to. Right? That tiny little pocket.
I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna learn how to fly. That's
Okay,
from
we know.
Trolls. Just kidding. It's not from Trolls.
I was
Well,
gonna
it's
say
in Trolls.
it's okay. That's why you know. I was
That's not why
for
I
a
know it,
hot,
but that's why I'm
okay.
singing it.
For a hot second, I was gonna be like, thank you, and then I was disappointed, but then I was not disappointed. You do know it from like, oh,
I know it before Trolls. Don't worry.
I know it before Trolls. I've got that human linear timeline locked down. Don't even worry about it.
Trolls just made me put it in my playlist.
I love it. Put it in the Sage and Frankie playlist. I've been jamming on that and loving it. Oh, I love that. Pleiadian sister. Got to get her up in here. Oh, I love that. Major learning process right now. Ooh. Familiar with that style of being. You know, the play. I'm okay, hooray, playful, but not as overly playful as the wild child archetype. Ooh, that's interesting, actually, a little bit. Because the playful energy is definitely like my authentic self and where I feel like that's where I am meant to live. But I do the wild child archetype. I think there is some of that is because I've been experiencing that with my infinite selves energy that's coming in. I have a little bit of like a Beetlejuice version of me who's a British lady. And she's 𝓕𝓻𝓪𝓷𝓴𝓲'. She's got like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde situation going on. And her Mr. Hyde is like really kind of freaky, like very Robin Williams ghost, being real twitchy and freaky about life in general in a strange kind of way. Very bug-eyed, and I don't know. It's interesting. What is this? If you think you're going to live 20,000 years, be that in all layers of the aura and do not feel that you need to strain yourself against temporal resonance, and then you and it will match. Okay, I like this. Like a thought about time in a 20,000 year chunk, because that's, you know, if we are infinite beings existing in parallel multiple existences all at once, then, you know, think about your life in terms of 20,000 year chunks instead of 20-year chunks. Why not? Like that avatar version of me that I am is just one chapter, to go back to the very beginning of our very long form podcast that I'm so glad we have, because I've missed you. The chapters, all of the different avatars that you play are chapters in like.
Yeah, the problem is you don't remember those chapters.
Right. How do we tap back in and remember so that we don't have to relearn certain lessons that we don't want to tap or don't want to
into?
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's possible to remember, but I think it does. That deja vu feeling.
Yeah.
Is some of those are definitely like you've done that in your past life.
Or you are doing that, or you remember the infinite timelines or interact with it in a way that like
you remember that feeling.
Here's the thing that I kind of wonder or think about. Like, does that mean that this is like, okay, this is an opportunity for me to do something differently, to go off into a different timeline cycle that is not the same? Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm gonna answer your question. No. No. And the reason I say no is because you don't know what you're doing. You might get deja vu, but by the time you get deja vu, it's too late. Like, again, you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going to happen in 30 minutes. You might think you're going to go shower, but you don't know what's going on.
And I'm not supposed to know what's going on, because I'm supposed to just be a witness. I am a walking sensory organ, because that's the only thing that I'm built to do is witness things.
No, you can't be a witness. Because if you're a witness, you're just if you're a witness, you just give off very bystander energy. And you don't have to time to go be a bystander for your own life.
A bystander for your own life. Okay, well, if I don't know what's going on and I don't know how to do something different in the deja vu and I'm not a bystander, then how do I be the active director of the stage show situation I am playing while I have no idea what's going on? Is what I need to know.
Fine. It's
6
fine
is
to
my
not
number.
know what is going on. You're never gonna know what's going on.
You're never
never
gonna know what's going on.
You can write it all down in a journal, but you have no idea what's going on. You have no idea.
I love this so very much. Okay. Playful wild child. Let's have an adventure. Yes, I do want, like, not because of trauma with 6 planets in a war. 6 is my life path number and my birthday date, and a number that comes up for me a lot. So that's kind of interesting. And
oh, get rid of that message.
Hello. Oh,
get rid of
okay.
that. It's not worth it. Don't put that up.
Okay.
It just no.
Sage, you just got vetoed by Intern the Sage, and that's a pretty high level offense in the multiverse and the quantum. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and say that is like Red Queen off with your head. Where is our beheaded pilgrim? Oh my! Intern the Sage,
He's
like
under pillow. I can't pull him out.
Well, that was why we had him with the beheaded pilgrim. To remember infinite timelines, you take all your knowledge that is within you, and you go into the inward direction in order to be at the same frequency and coordinate point as that knowledge.
Yeah. But you don't remember that. You might get that same feeling, and that's what deja vu is, but you never are going to return to that initial position that you were once in.
Because it's constantly shifting. You're never going to be...
Every decision you make it changes it.
Every breath you take is another decision.
Yes.
Intern the Sage. That's another.
Are you writing that down?
I just am gonna. You know what? I think I just need to start making merch that just
Do you
says
have a quote book for me? You need a quote book for me. Yeah, there you go.
I have a quote book for you. Yes, I do.
What's the very first quote you put in the quote book?
Well, hold on. I got to make sure I get, before I forget, every breath you take is another decision. I love that.
Maui.
Your
Shall I
first,
hold up Maui?
yes, the very first one that I have written down is, don't let a turd float on top of your glass half full.
Oh,
Dump
yeah, that's
their
a good
ass.
one.
That's your, oh, I love it. I do.
This is Maui.
I love it. Hi, Mary. I am Maui. Okay, do you know that song? Do you know that song by Chumbawamba, Mary, Mary? I love that song.
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, we got to get that on the playlist. Good Lord.
She looks like she wants to kill herself, but trust me, she's the most cuddly cat you'll ever know.
Neutralize, visualize, realize, actualize, the 4-step process of resetting yourself and manifesting a rerouted you.
But that means also, since that you're rerouted, you also make different decisions.
Oh.
You're rerouted.
In the stage.
Different direction.
You are just, I tell you what, you are just so effortlessly on top of this quantum multidimensional reality soup situation. It just makes me so happy.
Good soup.
That's what it is. I love Intern the Sage. You're just the best. I'm going to turn everything you say into a t-shirt, and that's where we're going to get all of our marvelous riches from. I'm going to start posting up your stuff as little poetries on all of our social medias.
Do I have growling dogs? No, I don't. Okay. Had to check. We don't need dog fights in here.
Nobody needs dog fights when you've already had things broken. Okay, listen, Intern the Sage. I have kept you in this little podcast world bubble co-creation multiverse for nearly 2 hours.
Wait, pause really quick. Click the last comment, 9:15. Yep, now I understand your comment.
What?
Put instead of rerouted, put recentering.
What?
Centered you.
Recentered, okay. Lisa Marie is in the house at 9:17. What's up?
I know, guys. We were getting ready
instead of the purple ones. Yes, because
I'm about to piss my pants, so we gotta go.
Oh, we gotta go. Well, thank you everyone for stopping in, dropping by, hanging out, doing the things. Check us out, Franki's Podcast Network on YouTube. Go support us at Patreon.com/Frankie was here so you can help us make more content and keep the lights on. We appreciate every single one of you for being here and helping us to build this community safe space where we can enjoy ourselves and find the people who are meant to be our soul fam tribe and marry the cat. Intern the Sage, this has been Wicked Weird Barbie and Intern the Sage.
Founder of your mom.
Founder of Your Mom LLC. And me of Franki's Podcast Network and the strange multiverse that I am going to further continue to reroute myself through. Thank you, everyone, so much for being here. We're signing off.
I did the